Hi guys, welcome to another episode with myself Avi from Moving Estates, and today's topic we'll be discussing is a beginner's guide in buying a new home. When buying a new home, it's really important to first find out how much you would be able to borrow from the bank. It is always good to speak to a accredited mortgage broker who will give you a breakdown of how much lending will be possible in purchasing your new home. An example of this I could suggest in a single family home would be an income of £2,000 per person, which will result to an annual figure of 24,000. If we were to times that by 2, it will be 48,000. The amount of borrowing a mortgage lender typically will allow you would be around 240,000. You will also need a deposit that could be based on 10% or 15% based on the mortgage lending and also the APR. Things that you need to bear in mind is that whether you would like to do the mortgage as an interest only option or would you like to do repayment. In my opinion, I would suggest to go for the interest only option where you could pay a lump sum on an annual basis to the bank. Repayment, you will be getting yourself obliged to pay a higher premium on a monthly basis and can also affect your monthly outgoings. Bear in mind also that once you have selected a repayment option, some lenders may not let you go on an interest period only. So to make sure that you've done things correctly right from the beginning, I will suggest to please consider all the options and speak to an independent mortgage advisor to get advice, not for today, but for the future, as mortgages are typically for 25 years. You shouldn't have no unpaid debt against your name. Secondly, I'll suggest that if you've got any credit cards with money owing, please make sure they are cleared. Thirdly, do not take out any leases for cars or any other purchases because that will affect your affordability. Top tips that will affect your credit rating and mortgage offer. Make sure that credit cards are not used in the transaction of the sale. Also, please don't have no loans against your name. The reasons why we're mentioning all these topics is because if these do have an impact on your credit rating, your mortgage offer is going to bear this all in mind. Buying a property, I know this could be a very exciting time for you. When purchasing a property, the things that you need to look at, the area you choose is really important because you do need to realize the dynamics of your family when it comes to schooling. If you have any children, making sure that there is spaces for your child to enroll, transport links for going to work or public transport. This could be the city lines such as Crossrail. Is it connecting line and how long would the walk or the travel will be to work? When buying a property and also based on budget, it's really important to understand what you're buying. There are two types, leasehold and second is freehold. So the definition of leasehold, that you own the property but the land upon which the property is built on is owned by the freeholder. Typically, a leasehold does have charges such as service charge, which obviously contributes if you have lifts or communal areas or gardens to pay for, and it also has ground rent. Furthermore, they may have shared parking, it could be additional fees or shared accesses to use, and this all can contribute towards your service charges. Freehold, on the other hand, means that you own the property and the land upon which the property stands. Solicitors are really important for you to use when purchasing a property. They will help you formally with the legalities, they will help you with the inquiries, the survey reports, and they will give you a bit of direction going forward with the sale of the property. They also are going to transfer the deeds from the owner to another party. I would really recommend for you guys to use the new initiative by MP Rishi Sunak on the stamp duty saving for properties under 500k for first time buyers. On average, from a studio to a 3-bedroom property, cost for conveyancing can be from £800 to £2,000, but dependent on the value of the estate plus disbursement fees. Surveys can be done independently or they could be done with the bank as well, but I would really recommend you to use not the basic structural survey but a home buyer survey to understand the condition of the property and if there's any issues that you need to be aware of. When doing searches for the property, if there is any structural issues, I would not recommend you to purchase a property, i.e. if it's got subsidence. Also, if it's got Japanese knotweed, I would not recommend you to go forward with the purchase. How long does it take for the transaction of sale to complete? Generally, I will suggest that if both solicitors are working together in a timely manner and also the mortgage has approved by the mortgage lending company, it should not take more than 3 months. A few pointers before completion which I'll tell you to just bear in mind: agree fixtures and fittings within the property. For example, if you have discussed between both parties, you want to keep sofas, dining table, fridge, freezers, cookers, please agree a price and the condition as well. Make sure it is working. If there is any repair work before completion, please make sure the works has been carried out. Do a second appointment with the vendor and have a look. Legal formalities, please make sure they are completed and you've got all the documents, i.e. planning consents for maybe the garage or the annex or drop curve, anything as such is given to you. Discuss between both parties a date when you both are happy to hand over the keys and for the completion date to commence. Thank you very much guys for watching the video today. I hope it was informative and you have learned something new today. Please like our YouTube channel, share it and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching our video today.